You got a tickle in your throat still.
Oh, it is driving me mad, and I'm still on the lemon and ginger tea, even though you guys make.
Well, if you get off it, that's the problem.
Well, hang on a second.
Because the tea bags, are you taking the tea bag out before you drink it? Because that might be tickling your throat.
No, he'd be a wanker. He'd be walking around with his little ginger and tea thing and the tea bag string hanging out.
I'm gonna get you a t-shirt.
Like a loser.
Ginger and tea lover.
Calm your farm. So I've got a message this week from the Mick Golfer. The Mick Golfer said, nothing wrong with lemon and ginger tea, Dan. Bloody good drop on a cold day. Don't take any rubbish from those boys.
Yeah, okay.
Good advice from the Mick Golfer.
Righto.
Yeah, but if it's not working, you've had the tickle now for 4 months, give something else a go.
What, so you're saying if something hangs around, like what if you've got a sore arm and you're getting treatment for it, should you stop the treatment because it doesn't work straight away?
Are you calling ginger tea a treatment? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
No, it's a remedy. It's a homemade remedy. Just try something else. Do me a favour and try scotch and milk.
So that's a remedy. What are you talking about? You go from one remedy to another.
A friend of mine, who you know as well, Ox, Millie reckons I should rub Vicks on the bottom of my feet.
Millie knows her stuff. Is she still working at Bay?
Ox is big on that.
Very good.
You've been big on
massive Vicks, and you got to put socks on over the top.
Doesn't that ruin the socks?
No, it's Vicks. Don't know about it.
Wouldn't it make it all claggy?
Socks are $2. Hang on a minute. We're coming from Sockman himself. Tell our listeners, how many pairs of socks do you wear a day?
Around 3.
How many do you throw out?
I throw out about 6 pair a week.
You throw them out?
Throws them out.
Socks are expensive.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, $25 for 3 pairs?
It's killing me.
Well, stop doing it.
No, I can't.
No,
you should. If you saw my feet.
He's got lizard feet.
If you saw my feet not long after I finished playing professional golf versus what they are today, my feet are pristine.
They were scaly. He had scales.
I had this. Yeah, so
have you seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
You know they turn into that.
Yes.
You know when what was his name?
Another one you mean? Yeah, I can't.
Daenerys' right hand man, where he got stone grey or whatever it's called.
It's like that.
Marko had that on his feet.
It's like that, and the doctor told me that it never goes away. It's like getting herpes.
It's out of Game of Thrones.
It's like getting herpes.
Is that right? Ox?
It never ever goes away.
I don't have any herpes.
So I'm so scared that it'll come back. That how I got rid of it is how I'm going to keep it away forever. And the doctor said you just got to change your socks all the time because it's all about sweat.
Yep.
You know, also doesn't go away.
What?
Fines if you don't pay them.
Oh, don't start this. Oh, you've opened up another can of worms for me.
Really?
Have you got a fine?
Yeah. Well, no, my daughter had one.
What for?
Okay. So she got a fine for running a red arrow.
Well, you can't run red arrows.
No, I know, but it was on a small street, and she didn't mean to do it.
I was just getting emotional then.
And she got a fine of $481.
Oh,
now,
it's 3 Ds too, isn't it? 3 demerit
yeah,
points.
I think it is too. But what?
Hang on, when you say it's a small arrow, there are no big arrows.
No, a small street.
Are the same size wherever you go.
But if you're turning left, it's not a.
And it's just as important to obey the traffic signal wherever you go.
Is she
owned up to it?
She's owning up to it. That's
owned
right.
up, accepted. She's paid the fine. No dramas with that.
What's the problem then?
Well, the problem I've got is this. I watched RBT the other night on TV, and there was this dude who was driving unlicensed on marijuana over the limit, and he got a 6-month suspended sentence and a fine of like $300.
Northern Territory? Where was it?
I don't know where it was.
They don't care up there.
I don't know where it was.
Would have been Wodonga.
But I don't understand how you get a $480 fine for running a little red arrow, and you get a $300 fine for being high as a kite, drunk as a skunk with no license.
I'll give you one word that'll explain everything. Victoria. They've got to pay back. That's why the fines are out of control here.
So I separated from Kaz, all right? And when we separated, I got the company, and we have a car in the company, and there were 2 residual fines that came with that.
Hang on. If you're in the company, don't they have these enormous ones?
Yeah.
Well, how much was it?
So there were 2. So the 2 original fines, one was $240 and one was $312.
That's not bad.
Okay, so yeah.
Well, you're doing 62 in a 60 zone.
70 down to 67.
Yeah.
And the other one was a parking fine.
Oh.
All right, so I get the letter saying your company car registration has been suspended. Need to call Fines Victoria. Call Fines Victoria. Your fine is $7,900.
Oh wow!
They were from 2018. So I thought, no. When I gave up the punt, Marko, you remember this?
Yes.
I cut deals left, right, and centre with
Yes,
Fines
you
Victoria
did. You were good.
to get the fines right down to the original.
Tell people how many
153,000, and I got to cut down to 12,000.
Whoa, hang on.
Yes.
Hang on. $153,000 in
Yes.
fines.
Yeah, and I got to cut down to 12,000 and a Carlton jumper. Anyway,
That's a true story.
cut a long story short.
He had a few issues, the kid.
Wow.
E-tags. I didn't realise you needed a beep. I didn't realise you needed a beeping thing. That's how stupid I was.
Just needed a count.
Yeah. So anyway, I get to. So I ring up Fines Victoria and I start putting it on and start dropping names and I'm getting stoned.
Not even dropping names.
Oh no!
Don't you know who I am?
No, I didn't do that, but I got close to it. Anyway, so she said, "I think you need to come in." So I go in there yesterday, and I walk into Fines Victoria, and there's 3 on the count. There's 3 serving. There's a male at the end, a female in the middle who's just given this bloke a clip.
Right.
Like he got lippy, and she said, "If I have to, I will call the police."
Oh, stay away from her.
And there's another lady on the other end. I get the one in the middle.
No.
You got the hard ass.
I got Ferguson from Prisoner. All right, so I
no.
go up to her and I start pleading my case. I've just been divorced, and she looked at me. She looked down. She didn't even give me like a nod or an acknowledgement.
Right.
I know what she was thinking. You deserve to be divorced.
Right.
That was what I got, and she had no rings on her finger. So I thought, I'll try something here. So I start buttering her up.
How did you butter her up?
Oh, I just said, I love your jacket.
Nice, that works.
Love your jacket.
Yeah, that works.
It was horrible, her jacket. And
Was it from Dimmies?
yeah, it was not a good one. Anyway, so I started going, and I said, look, I didn't know about these fines. And she goes, hang on a second. Is this your signature? I said, yes. She said, you signed that on the 16th of September 2022. Head goes down because I've just been caught lying.
Right.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know it was for that fine. Apparently, it was 3 days late.
And you wouldn't remember, it's 2 years ago.
2 years ago, lots happened in 2 years. Gone through a divorce, so I started crying. Started putting on
Because you can cry on demand.
Oh yeah, I can.
He can
so,
act.
so I started crying, and she said, "Look, for your car not to be deregistered or suspended, you're going to have to pay 20% of the fines."
20%.
Thought $1,500
not
for
too
a
bad.
parking fine and a $240 fine. That seems reasonable. And then I've got to go on a payment plan for $64. Then I have to get affidavits signed, which I just showed you before. I've got these affidavits.
Yeah.
So I've now got to go back to Fines Victoria.
Oh, God.
And I am going to go in there and I'm going to make sure I rub my eyes with onions before I get in there. I am going to put on one of the great performances. In fact, we should try and film it. I am going to put on one of the greatest ever performances for Fines Victoria.
They'll have CCTV there.
Yeah, I'm going to walk.
We'll chase up the footage.
Do you think I should limp?
Yes.
Because there was 2 people in there with walking strollers, and they seem to get looked after.
I'd bring a cane.
Go to a chemist, get a big bandage, go in with your arm in a sling.
Yes.
Yep. So a sling, a limp, and really red eyes.
That's it.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And I reckon I can't get out of one of the 3,900 on it because that was the one with the signature. So that's gone. But I'm trying to get the $240 parking fine down from $3,800. Isn't that a joke?
It's a hell of a
It's so
parking fine.
ridiculous.
And there was another bloke up the thing. He was talking. He's got $104,000 in fines.
Oh, it's unbelievable. You know, the police have got these scanner things now.
Yeah.
They sit on the Peen Highway, close where I live, and if you go past and if they can see that this car is
Number plate
responsible
rig.
for $10,000 in parking fines, another car shoots off and chases you down and gets them.
Well, they lock them up at the MCG now. So they do a sweep at the MCG, put your number plate in, and take your car.
So they go to football-loving people or cricket-loving
Yep.
people.
And they take cars.
You are joking.
No, so you ring up your car, my car's been stolen. Oh, actually, no, your car isn't stolen. It's in the Melbourne impound because you owe $12,000 in fines.
Imagine if you'd gone to a game and, you know, your team was 21 points up with 15 minutes to play. The Demons come from nowhere and they fire up and Petrarca kicks the winning goal.
Yep.
Heads down. You walk out the MCG and there's your car.
It's gone.
Or it's got what do you call those footlocks on?
Yeah, they got the clamps.
Yeah, the clamps on.
Have you got any fines? Everyone has fines.
You're just not going to believe the timing. But about 3 months ago, we got a fine and it was the first time that
Bloody
we had.
Trish.
It was the first time that we had seen this fine.
Lead foot Trish, they call her.
It was it was me.
She's a non-speeder, isn't she?
The slowest, like, do your head in car driver you could ever imagine.
Is it true Trish gets overtaken by e-scooters?
Trish does 52 and a 60
Yeah.
to be safe.
Yeah.
right? To be just to be safe.
Let me ask you a question about Trish's driving, Marko. Do you think you're a better driver than her?
Oh, by a million miles.
And does she think she's a better driver than you?
No, even she knows.
Trish knows.
No, she knows.
Right.
Trish knows that she's probably going to give up driving soon.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty bad.
I can't see it going on for much longer.
No.
Anyway, so she gets it. So I've got the fine, but this fine appears, and we've never seen it before, and there is a late payment fee because apparently we haven't paid it properly on time.
And you're good with payments. It's like your clothes.
I never miss.
As soon as it comes in, you get it out.
I never miss.
No.
So Trish saw it and goes, "We're not paying $18."
Oh, she wanted to fight it.
So she has fought it.
Oh, I like
so
this.
I'm sit back and she writes the email. In this household, we don't mess around. We pay fines as soon as we see them. Blah 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 blah. We hadn't seen it for 3 months. It arrived yesterday, and we don't have to pay that $18 on the top.
What?
She went to all that effort. So it was an $18 email.
Is she working today? Because guess what?
What?
I'm taking her into Fines Victoria.
Yes.
I need
Advocate.
Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
We'll go in there and she'll get it done.
Don't let her drive.
No, I'll drive.
You drive.
I'll
Mate. You drive. Yeah. Hey, do you know? Someone told me this the other day. We better check it out because I don't want to say stuff.
No,
that's
I'll
not
tell you
right.
if it's right.
The reason they named Chile is because it's quite cold.
No.
I'm telling you, that is the reason. Look it up.
Well, the Chilean mountains. No, I think that's right.
I think it's right, mate.
Why would they spell the country Chile with an E on the end? Then?
What would they speak? Spanish? Well, it's not Chilean. It's
Hang on.
Portuguese, isn't it?
Is it Portuguese?
Or is it?
Can you Siri it up or something, Marko? Because I reckon that's absolute. I'm calling BS on
Hang on
that.
a second. Hey Siri, why did they call the country Chile? Here we go. If you have ever wondered about the origin of the name of this long and narrow country in South America, you are not alone. There are many theories and stories about how Chile got its name, but none of them are conclusive or definitive. But one thing is clear. Chile is not named because it looks like a chili pepper.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. But it's probably because but it's like Iceland and Greenland. There is more ice in Greenland than there is in Iceland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's more green in Iceland than there is in Greenland.
Is there any theory, is there any truth in the theory that the Vikings actually changed the names to make sure no one came to the right place?
Really?
So in Iceland, they actually put up a sign at the port there that said Greenland.
Oh, yeah, they changed all the maps.
And then at the other port in Greenland, they made that Iceland.
Well, if
To confuse other people.
Just say you went back to those times when the Vikings were around. When were the Vikings around? Do we know?
No.
Was it
but
the 1500s, 1600s, or 1700s?
I reckon
Dunno.
the 900s.
No. They didn't have boats like that back then, did they?
They had boats for years and years and years,
No,
mate.
I know that, but the
They're
big-
down the Nile, that's how they built stuff.
But when they got over to England, didn't the Vikings get over to England?
yeah,
They did. I've seen Vikings, and I know they went to England.
Yeah, they went to England. But when they got over there, but that was in like the 1800s. Like the boats wouldn't have been technically.
Mate, the Vikings did some horrible things
I
to the
know
people
that,
of
but
England.
the boats weren't up to size in the.
Well, it's not like they had to go across the Atlantic Ocean or anything. They just had to cruise around, the top half of Europe into England,
I'm going to
take
find
and
out.
pillage and do whatever the hell they wanted to, and then they'd go back.
You guys ever see that show Vikings?
Yeah.
No, is it good?
Oh my, Marko.
And the bloke who's
You need to go
That's
and
the one,
watch
is it?
that show.
I
and the
can
bloke
tell.
who's the star of it is an Aussie.
He's from not Benalla, but it's somewhere up in Central Victoria.
And what's his beer called? It's called. What's his name?
His name is Travis Fimmel.
Yeah, and
Travis
his beer is called Traveller.
Oh, really?
His beer's Traveller.
So, Travis Fimmel, you want to hear a funny story about Travis? He was
Yes.
discovered working out in a gym in Hawthorne in Melbourne
Yep.
by a modelling talent agent.
Rubbish.
Yep.
It's a true story.
True story.
And the guy saw him there and came up and said, I think you've got... And he initially said no because he wanted to be an actor, not a model. But he ended up doing some massive campaign for, I think, a perfume or something like that, or
What's
underwear
it
or something.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Calvin Klein, wasn't he?
He's a
Yeah,
rooster.
Calvin Klein, that's right. And then become a huge actor. He's unbelievable. He's also in that show, that Aussie show filmed in Brisbane, not a Boy Eats World or Boy Meets World or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
He's in that too. He's very good.
Speaking about movies, I've got a first world problem. We haven't had this segment for a little bit. But I was put on to a movie called Margin Call. And now, Margin Call...
We're talking about finances. We're talking about investing.
Yeah, it's got some huge names in it. Kevin Spacey's in it. Demi Moore's in it. The thing that reminded me was Simon Baker. He's the Australian-born. He's an Australian bloke over there, and he's in it as well. He only does the big stuff. So a huge cast.
Yeah.
So I say, hey Trish, I've been given this little tip to watch Margin Call. So we watched the first half hour of this movie because we only watch. We watch them at night time together. We watched half an hour at a time. So the first half an hour, we are in. This is good. Second half an hour, this is now one of the best little movies we've ever seen. The third 40 minutes, which is the conclusion, it is the worst ending to a movie in the history of Hollywood.
Was it a close margin or was it a big margin?
By a big margin. In fact, that's why they've called it Margin Call, because I've never seen a worse ending to a show in all of my days, and I was completely let down.
I hate bad endings. You know the worst ending I've seen is Muriel's wedding. What a crap ending.
Hang on, I'm trying to work out how that ended.
Muriel's wedding, like the girl that she was there, she ended up in a wheelchair. Like, it was yuck. She had to win.
But hang on, they're in the back of the taxi in the end, weren't they? They're going, see you later, something spit and all the rest of it. Porpoise Pit.
I'm really, really pleased that you say that, Marko.
Why?
Because I've had that on my list of movies to watch, but Jay refuses to watch it because Kevin Spacey's in it. She won't watch anything with Kevin Spacey anymore.
Okay.
Kevin Spacey and Will Smith are on her bad list.
Will Smith, I will never watch a Will Smith movie again.
Is that right?
I started watching Ali the other night and I turned it off.
I don't want to watch Will Smith either.
Is that because he whacked the bloke?
And he's a
bit of a tool.
He's a knob jockey.
Yeah, okay.
Absolute world-class knob jockey.
Yeah.
Where did we see him first? What was that sitcom called? The Prince of Bel-Air. No, the Prince of Bel-Air.
Prince of Bel-Air.
That was a good show.
Was he in 48 Hours?
No.
I don't know that.
No, who was in 48 Hours?
I don't know what that is.
He was in I, Legend. He was in Muhammad.
Oh, I'm Legend.
Oh, no, Rush Hour. Was he in Rush Hour?
Yeah.
Is that Chris Rock? No, he was in Men in Black. I can't even remember.
He's definitely Men in Black, yeah.
I don't even want to remember him.
I'll tell you what I want you to do, Dan. I want you to watch Margin Call. And I want you to
I'll do it.
feel...
I'm going to do it.
I want you to feel as let down as Trish and I were, and I want you to tell the world, and Hollywood need a rocket.
But I'm not allowed to. Jay doesn't want it on in the house.
Okay, I'm going to give you
secret,
one.
mate.
So Drops of God, have you told Jay about Drops of God?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, Drops of God is a 7-series on Netflix. On Apple.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favour. It's in Japanese, French and English.
Drops of God.
It is unbelievable.
What's it about?
It's about a girl whose father dies, leaving an inheritance of his house, and he's the number one wine seller in the world, 185 million euros.
Right.
And his best student and his daughter have to do wine tasting and tests to see who wins the fortune.
Are you kidding me?
And the plot, and it just don't know. It's all about wine.
So whoever had the best palate
Yeah, the best palate
would be the heir to the inheritance.
But the kicker is the daughter's allergic to wine.
Oh, that is fantastic!
It is unbelievable.
That is very funny.
It is, but it's an unbelievable show.
All right, well, I will watch that, and I will try and watch Margin Call because it does look good. The trailer looks
You'll
great.
be in the first hour of Margin Call. It's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, we were so into it. We couldn't wait to sit down and watch the end.
So it's when the market goes up and down, and they call in the money, and then the pressure's on.
That's it. The pressure's on. You think, how are they going to get out of this?
Yeah.
This is incredible. There's a rocket scientist involved who's now over here, and he's power broken. It was just, how are they going to? And I thought the rocket scientist is going to get him out of this somehow.
And Kevin Spacey's in it.
And it ends
With Kevin Spacey.
doing something
No, don't say anything.
so stupid. I just cannot get over it. And then that's it. It's the show's over.
Well, that wouldn't.
It's like, no, you've got all these loose ends.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time.
Tell me about what happens.
Kevin Spacey's done something stupid.
No, it wouldn't be the first time at all.
Hang on, didn't he get off, by the way? I think he got off.
He's
that's-
facing more. He's facing more.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's in a bit of a world of pain.
He's
I
in
think.
a bind?
We need another stat from you, Ox.
Oh, yes.
And Marko, you were don't tell us now, but we want to hear this shortly. You were talking about some weird fantasy thing you got going on.
No, I've been having fantasies. Not so
Really?
much. No, not dreams.
Oh.
Not Willy Wonka style. Full on fantasy.
Okay, all
All
right.
right, I'll tell you about that after the stat.
We'll need a shower after the show, maybe.
Big chance.
Australia's hottest golfing podcast is Talk Birdie to Me with Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen.
I thought I'll go and hit some balls. Go down to the range. Guess who's on the range?
Of course he is.
It's Tiger hitting balls. I drive the golf cart up behind him. He doesn't see me, and just plonk the cart there. Start hitting balls. He turns around and looks at me and goes, "He said, what the are you doing here?"
Talk Birdie to Me. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. This is the Couple of Blokes podcast with Ox and Marko, and as always, thanks to our great mates at E&S Trading. Make sure to subscribe and you'll never miss an episode, and it'd be great if you could rate and review us wherever you get your pods.
I'm a scat man.
All right, I love that music. I got two for you today.
Another two?
Yeah, and this one, the first one's to do with movies.
Yeah, okay.
Because we've just been talking about movies.
Yeah, that's right.
Margin call. Well worth the look for the first hour, but not the second part. So the characters Bert and Ernie on Sesame Street were named after, and you won't know this, after Bert the cop and Ernie the taxi driver in Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life.
Is that right?
Huh. There
Bert
you go.
and Ernie.
Yeah, that's what they're named of.
I used to watch Sesame Street when I was
Yeah, I
little.
loved it.
Yeah.
Big Bird was my fave.
I used to like the Count.
Oh, yeah.
He loved the Count.
One, two.
That's him.
All right.
And the Snuffleupagus.
Yeah.
I used to get a bit of a rise out of the
Is he the one no one could
Snuffleupagus.
ever see?
No.
Big Bird could see.
Big Bird could see him.
But no one else could.
His imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Now this one is you got to put this one in your stiff shit book.
Right, good.
Because it is absolutely useless, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
Stewardesses.
Stewardesses, yes.
Yeah, is the longest word that is typed with only the left hand.
That is a brilliant stat.
There you go. So if you're typing on a typewriter,
Yep.
stewardesses is the longest word you can type.
How
with
many
the left
letters? How many letters in stewardesses?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
RSI?
A lot of RSI on the left.
So
There we go.
there'd be people all in airline duties all over the place
Yep.
following up complaints about stewardesses.
Oh, the left hand. So you'd be like this, and you just go, just get the right hand
You
involved.
get the right
Get it involved.
every second.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to have to say that word if you had a lisp, though, would you?
Stewardesses, no.
It'd be a very hard word to say.
Well, can I give you? Well, do you want to? While you bring that up, I can give you one more little one that
please.
will blow your head off.
Please.
All right. So this is to do with the hardest sentence.
In the world.
It's the toughest tongue twister in the English language.
Oh, I love this. Go on.
All right. It is the sixth sick, sheik's, sixth, sheep's, sick.
The sheiks.
No, sixth.
Sixth?
Hold it over to Marko so he can read it and try and read that out,
Look at
Mark.
the sentence. Sixth, sheiks, sixth, sheep, six. Yeah, impossible. Sheeps.
That is the hardest
It's tough.
tongue twister in the English language.
That is hard.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Well done. Hey, I mentioned fantasy before. Oh, man, I can't get this one out of my head.
All right.
Can you keep this as clean as you can?
Is it French? I'm thinking menage a trois.
Can you keep it clean?
I've never met a bloke who loves saying the term menage a trois. How do you go?
Menage a trois.
You love saying that,
It's
don't
ironic giving you German.
Oh, yeah, but us and the French were pretty close there for a long time.
you? Anyway.
We kind of drifted apart.
Sure. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
We drifted
Quite
apart.
badly.
Yeah.
There's one very close to me at the moment.
Oh,
This fantasy.
Trish?
No.
Oh, she's not in it?
No, she's not in it.
Hang on. Are you absolutely... I say this out of concern for you.
Is this
Are
gonna
you
get in
sure
trouble?
you want to say this?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I want to get it off my chest.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
goodness
all right.
me.
I walk past this massage chair. Right. It's at this coffee shop and there is a massage chair in the business next door.
Yeah.
And I see
For sale?
No, it's just sitting there.
Yeah, so
But
what-
it's like the Mork egg.
yeah.
It's one of those full body
Yeah,
massage
but-
chairs.
So, but it is for sale.
No, it's just sitting in a workplace.
Oh,
I want that chair in our workplace at Assembled Media. I just want to be able to go there
oh yeah.
and just get in this thing. Have you seen the latest ones?
I love 'em. I love them.
They are so good. You can get your forearms and hands rubbed the same time you're getting your thighs
Yep.
and
It's
backside
like a full
rubbed.
grease and oil change.
Yeah, you get the back done as well. Just go, and you, every once in a while you see sitting there and you go, just would love
How
to
much,
jump
how
into
much
that
are
thing.
those chairs?
They're like $5,000.
Is that all?
It's $5,000 worth of happiness.
Oh,
I mean, every once in a while I'll go past that front window and there's somebody in it. They've never once had their eyes open. That's how good this thing is.
so what we could do, we could get one, but we could put a coin dispenser on it, so it only comes on.
Yeah.
So we could raise money.
So you know the ones that you see at the airport
Yeah.
that you put the coins in. They're great. And
No, they're the Datsun 180B of chairs.
They're great. They're okay if
Not-
you're a beginner.
Not the Mork from Ork chairs.
The egg looking Mork from Ork thing.
yeah.
My God.
Yep.
My goodness. And you can see no matter how big you are, like you'd fit in it, it fits, it stretches out.
Yeah, no, I can fit in it. Yeah.
And then, like I've done my research, and it just closes in on every limb in your body. So you get in there, it's easy to sit in, and then once you push the button, all these levers start working, and you, like I don't know about you, but have you ever had two girls working on you at once?
yeah.
I'm talking physios, you idiot. Yeah.
Oh.
How nice is it when
Amazing.
you've got one physio, like I used to,
Like 4 sets of hands. Like 4 hands.
four hands. So in my golfing days, when I'd finish, I would get my hands rubbed.
Yeah. Had
And
to.
you would have physio on either side
Yeah.
of you, just massaging the hands.
Yeah, yeah.
So these eggs leave that for dead.
Yeah, amazing.
Because you're getting your hands done, you're getting your forearms done, you're
Yep.
getting your bum done, you're getting your thighs done, you're getting your feet done all at once.
But you can also have RV.
What's RV?
Oh no, what is it? Reality. With the goggles on.
What, you can have the menage on tour with
Oh,
the goggles
oh,
on.
VR.
Can you really?
VR.
Oh, VR, virtual reality. Yeah, you can. So you can hop in one of them, put the goggles on.
There's VR porn.
No. Well, there is VR porn, but you're not.
Is
but,
there really?
No, but you're not. I'm not talking about porn, but you might be going for a walk down a gorge, or you could be
Walking down a gorge.
you could be fishing, or you could be.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's
I know-
relaxing.
I know
like
what you mean,
It's relaxing.
Righto. Imagine
Are you in? You like
I just can't believe Marko always takes it to that place.
What's that place?
You know the place.
massage
isn't it?
chairs?
No.
Fantasies.
Yes.
Oh, mate, I want one. I'm fantasising about this bloody chair.
I'll be honest. The difference is you're Wollongong. We're Victorians.
That's right.
Right. Okay.
That's the difference.
we have proper
You're
fantasies.
conservative. You are conservative, and we're realistic.
I'm conservative.
You are.
you
would be in
you
the
got
top
your
three.
left and right mixed
you
up.
would be in the top 3 most conservative blokes I've
Oh,
interacted
come
with.
on.
You are.
You
You've got your left and right mixed up.
Jeez. That is ridiculous.
The only thing I've ever heard you do is steal grapes and put fake fines on people's windows. Yes. that's as risky. That's as risky as you
I
get.
have never put a fake phone on someone's
No, but
window.
you've thought about it.
I have stolen
That's-
grapes.
Yeah, you have.
All lefties.
No,
too.
I have, but only from the big ones, not from the a little small
Oh,
one.
that's all right.
Hey, boys,
Yeah, that's right, because you go the big guy.
Yeah. Too scared.
we've got a heap of feedback. Would you like to hear some
Yes,
of it?
please.
Okay.
Only the good stuff today.
Okay.
You're a bit delicate, eh?
I'm a bit fragile. I'm about to go into Fines Victoria, and I've got to get my cry. Actually, no, give me everything bad you've got because I want to cry. I'm going to get the practice.
Yeah, good stuff.
So you were talking, we were talking a couple of weeks ago about roasts, and we talked about some of the people who could be roasted, and
Right.
we thought should be roasted, and how we should do an Australian version of the roasting.
So
That's
Warnie
right.
would have been great.
Oh,
Warnie would have been
Would have
wonderful.
been sensational.
So good. And we had a bunch of names here. Al has said Michael Clark should definitely have a roast.
Yep.
That'd be a good one. I think we
Yep.
mentioned him. Reg reckons Warwick Kappa. Daniel has said surely Marko should be roasted.
Oh, yeah.
Car crashes, women twinkling at him, his clothes, female cops trying to pick him up,
Yeah.
fake watches, and what about the toaster story?
Don't talk about the toaster story. We can't, mate.
We can't talk about
We
the
would end
toast-
up in jail.
The toaster story is a story.
We'll end up in jail, mate.
It's,
Just leave it-
it's
leave it.
folklore that know it. It's like the Huntingdale. It's like the Huntingdale
Huntingdale 7.
The Huntingdale 7. There are 2 stories that just can never be told.
Okay. Well, the Huntingdale 7, I think, have you talked about that story or not?
Maybe on Chasing Birdies.
Talk birdie to me, Ox. Yes. Yeah, I'm not even sure.
Talk
I've
birdie
told.
to me. It should be talk birdies to me. I don't want a birdie. I want birdies.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd happily tell the Huntingdale 7
The toaster story.
Well, let me just think about it.
The toaster story will never pop up again.
Okay, all right. We'll come back to the Huntingdale one another time.
wasn't bad.
And final one here on roasts from Simon Reviews Beer, which I still think is a great handle.
Well done, mate.
You guys were talking about how good a Trump roast would be.
Yeah.
There actually is one already. It was
Really?
done on Comedy Central before he was running for president.
There you go.
And
Really?
I've got a bit of it here if you want to hear some.
Yeah, I'd like to hear some.
Okay, let's play a bit
Who's
here.
roasting him?
It was a whole bunch of people, but the one we're going to hear first, this is Seth MacFarlane.
Oh,
Is this
we love Seth.
President Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what, 10 years ago or so.
Something like that.
Please welcome the second worst tragedy ever to hit New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald J. Trump. Tonight, we honor a self-made millionaire. He started with nothing, worked hard, and made a fortune. That man is Fred Trump, Donald's dad. That's right, for all of his self-starter bullshit, he's basically Jaden Smith with a comb-over. Did you fall head first into a cotton candy machine? What happened? He also sells Trump cologne, and fellas, that stuff can really get you laid. Basically, you pour it onto a cloth and press it to a woman's face until she's...
That'll do. We'll get in trouble.
We're not going any further. I've seen what comes next, and we don't want to go any further.
Oh, really?
No.
Gee, it's so different in America. They can get away with some stuff in the state. We just couldn't. We actually couldn't do that here.
I thought we were conservative. I thought they were conservative, but we're super conservative.
It's funny. It's a funny place. They're the most religious. It's the most religious joint in the whole world, I feel, when I'm over there. Yet they have a couple of drinks and then away they go.
Oh, yeah. Hillbillies.
Message from Belly. G'day, lads. Listening to episode 67, another great ep. This is the one where, Marko, you say you wouldn't share a razor, and quite rightly so.
That's right.
It got me thinking about the recent revelation from my brother about him and his wife. To my disgust, they have told us that they share toothbrushes.
No.
Only in extreme circumstances.
Only at the very start.
Yeah, at the start, but also if someone's toothbrush, if you've travelled and you've left one behind, that's acceptable. But other than that, yeah.
No, you can't. You can't lovey-dovey do it.
Yeah, I'm not massive on the toothbrush.
No.
I've accidentally used Jay's toothbrush.
Yeah, that happens.
Occasionally.
Did you tell Jay?
No, not a chance.
No way.
No way.
And I dry it on the towel. So when she comes, it's not wet. So she goes, hang on, what's going on here?
It's clever.
Clever. It's a white lie.
Yeah. No, that's not a white lie. That's a fib that keeps everybody happy.
Yeah. It's on the same wavelength as eating grapes at the supermarket and not telling anybody.
Yeah. You're going to get caught.
Lee has a question for you.
It's going to come back
For Marko or for me?
For both of you.
Okay.
Ox and Marko, talking about sayings, why do people say clean as a whistle? Whistles are filthy.
I think, if you're a good whistler, it's a real clean sound.
I thought it was because of the P within the whistle. I always thought it was to do with the whistle. The P was continually cleaning as you go along.
Oh, you mean in a referee's whistle?
Referee's whistle.
Well, that's what I think he's talking about, I think.
I don't know.
Well, hang
We
on.
might need
Hang
further
on.
clarification from Lee here.
Serial, tell
Hey,
us.
Siri, where does clean as a whistle come from? Here it comes. It was made an appearance in the 18th century and is a reference to completely, absolutely leaving no trace, referring to being clean and not having any traces of dirt. But how does that really act with a whistle?
That doesn't make sense.
Doesn't help us at all.
Whistle.
That's the worst Siri question ever.
An interesting parallel to clean as a whistle may be found in the phrase clean as a hound's tooth, which has been used many spotless since the 1900s.
Clean as a hound's tooth?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's ridiculous.
It'd be filthy.
All right.
Right.
Let's move on.
Siri's
As sharp as a hound's tooth, but not as clean.
Nah, crazy.
We're having the tough run with Siri.
I reckon
off.
I reckon Siri's not getting the right information.
Average.
Anymore.
She's off, mate.
I reckon someone's really spiked her information.
Brian has a business idea that he wants to put to you.
Brian,
business idea.
Yeah.
Wine.
Brian has suggested dessert home deliveries, but only chocolate stuff. Chocolate home delivery, Chocky bars, Chocky ice cream, Chocky bullets, Chocky Baileys, edible body chocolate, anything chocolate, a company that only home delivers chocolate. It's very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably have some takers.
I've got to think of a good delivery name for it. So it wouldn't be so like an Uber for
No,
chocolate.
I've got it. The Chocky Jockey.
There you go. So
Done.
good.
See, you and I should work in advertising.
Yeah,
we
should.
do.
We do.
Yeah, we do. Assembled
I
Media, by the
reckon-
way, if
I
you want to
reckon-
buy some space.
I reckon the Chocky Jockey might have been used in other
Yes.
areas for sure.
Yes, you might be right.
You guys right?
wrong with that.
You guys right there?
If that's what floats your boat.
Jeez. The maturity level on this podcast is ridiculous. God. You guys calm down. You okay there?
Oh, man.
Putting our podcast license at risk.
We are advertising gurus.
Now, we had a poll up a couple of weeks ago, and we forgot to give the results last week, but it's very important we do because this pertains...
Did we forget or did you forget?
I forgot.
Thank you, third man.
Very important because this pertains to the photo of your unnamed mate's ball bag.
Yeah.
We put it to the listeners.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Hang on, did you pixel it out?
No, we haven't put it up. We put a poll up asking the listeners if they would like us to put it up.
Poll up.
There.
If you've heard the pod, you will have heard a conversation about the Ox's unnamed mate who has an issue with his groinage region.
No, he burnt his ball bag off in a spa.
I know. I was trying to make it a bit more,
sorry.
you know.
Sorry.
The pic is very graphic. Would you like us to post it or not? By the way, we vote no.
Right.
The two options were, for the love of God, no.
Yes.
And the other one, sure, why not?
Very good.
One of those answers got 20%, one got 80.
For the love of God, no, got 80.
They want to see it.
They want to see it.
All right. So can we do it where you can pixelate it?
You and I can't.
I don't know how to, we'll have to figure out how to do it.
One of
but-
your kids will know how to do it.
yeah, I
then.
don't know how to do it. One of the kids will know.
But then, you know what's going to happen, though? That kid of yours is going to have to see the ball bag that has been burnt to
No,
smithereens.
I'll get him to show. No, I don't want to see that. I'll get him to show me how to pixelate like a picture of a dog, and then I'll just learn how to do
you'll
it, and I'll do it on this photo.
Smart.
I don't want my kids seeing that pic because I've seen that pic and it's awful.
It is horrible.
It's burnt a hole in my psyche.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
he's-
so Ox, are we going to put it up, pixelated?
Yeah, we'll pixelate the ball bag and we'll put it up.
Okay, all right. Okay, people have
I'll
spoken.
get he's given me his approval. As long as it's
Trevor's
pixelated.
giving you his approval.
Not Trevor. He's given the approval's there, so he's okay.
Okay. Message from Jason. Jason has said, hey, gents, there's an all-you-can-eat Pizza Hut near me in Browns Plains in Queensland. That's in the southern suburbs of Brisbane.
yeah.
And Jason has said, if you ever head up to a pod, it's my shout if you come here.
Let's do the pod from the all-you-can-eat buffet
Hey,
Pizza Hut
can I-
in Queensland. I'm in.
What episode are we on today? Are we 69 today?
No wonder.
No, it's not 69.
What is it?
No, it's 71.
71. Oh.
71.
We had a message from Nathan who said, morning, gents. I just bought a washing machine from E&S and I remember they are one of your sponsors, but I forgot to mention to them I heard of them because of you guys.
Oh, email them back.
Why, you think Kurt's going to sling him some bucks or something?
Well, he might sling him a thing of washing powder.
How's Kurt's hair going?
Oh, he's flying.
Is he?
Flying. He's got a good facial hair too, Kurt.
He's a real rooster, I reckon.
Well, but that dishwasher and range should have got off him. Superb.
Yeah.
Superb for our friends. So, no, they're doing amazing work.
Doggies of Docklands commented on our E&S post recently and said, problem is I only need one oven, but at E&S, I don't know which one to pick. And that's a fair problem because they've got tons.
No, we'll just have a chat to Kurt. He'll help you.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kurt the oven kid, they call him.
David White's written in. David has said, all right. This is funny.
All right.
First things, you numbnuts. What a great way to open it. You forgot the greatest athlete of the 20th century when you discussed your
No, we
athletes
didn't.
previously. The greatest ever, Muhammad Ali.
No.
Yeah, we didn't
No.
forget him. We just didn't put him in amongst that group.
No.
But I agree with you. I love
More
Muhammad.
people swim than box.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I think that'd be true.
Oh, please.
I don't know about that.
How many kids do you know go to boxing lessons?
Not many.
How many kids have you know that go to swimming lessons?
No, but more than swimming. Every kid's had swimming lessons. You
Thank
got
you.
to. You
Thank
got
you.
to. But I've seen more kids learn the box
Oh,
than I've had
bullshit.
seen kids swim.
I call bullshit.
Swim, competitively.
I call bullshit. Yet I did see a kid walking down the street yesterday shadow boxing with his school bag on his back.
How'd he look?
Oh, it was funny. He was just in his own little world. He's just ducking and weaving, I thought. Good on you, young fella.
He looked like he knew what he was doing.
I
or
reckon
was he-
he's just had the shit kicked out of him. and he was trying to learn some moves.
So David goes on and says, secondly, third man letting a bloke from Sunbury lay shade on Wollongong. What a joke. That's fair.
Yeah.
No, I like the Gong. I've been up to the Gong. I met the Gong.
You did. Yeah, you did.
Met Mr. Volkanovski.
He's
Yeah.
kicked on. How come you weren't in the Kia commercial?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, the Ox. The
Yeah.
Kia Ox.
Yeah.
Better than the Tasman.
It's a no-brainer.
It is a no-brainer.
Stupid.
Yeah, I must have got the email. I moved out of home and must have missed it.
Thirdly, this is David's third point and final point.
Yeah.
I was listening to Mark Howard's Howie Games podcast recently with Brad Johnson, and they finished about talking. We were talking about eating fruit, and Howie's producer Tommy said, just like Marko, he has never eaten fruit in his life.
Who, Howie or?
No. His producer Tommy. Howie's producer Tommy.
Yeah, well, Tommy knows his stuff.
Yeah, Tommy's obviously just as much of a numbnuts as you.
Yep. I'd go and get a colonoscopy if I was you, Tommy, at some stage.
So that's
good
Save you
feedback.
some bother.
Has Brad Johnson ever aged, by the way?
Love Jono.
Oh, he's a superstar.
Love Jono.
Best smile you'd ever see.
Good human being. And his wife has come up with a great invention, the breast protector for girls playing sport.
Is that Jono's missus?
Oh, is that right?
Yep. It's called the Xena Performance Garment.
As in Xena, Princess,
Yeah,
God.
Z-E-N-A. Yep.
Okay.
So well done. Well done to
Good
Jono,
name.
because it's saving girls from getting hurt in that area. So
Do they need
great
some
job.
advertising? Can we give
Well,
can
they
we-
should give us a... yeah.
Brad, give us a call at Assembled Media, mate. We'll get it out there for
Yep,
you
yep.
in the digital world.
All right, time to spin the wheel, boys.
All right, what are we doing? What's it come up on? What is it?
It's a fantasy joke.
Oh, yes.
God,
Okay, this is dangerous.
Oh, this is good.
this is just where we want to feel.
I'm starting to think you're a sicko, Mark. That's what I'm starting to think.
Don't worry, it's
Yeah.
confirmed.
It's not far off.
What kind of bread do dwarfs make?
This is a fantasy
Shortbread.
joke, isn't it? I
Shortbread?
don't know.
Well, dwarfs do. Dwarfs aren't fantasies, are they?
no. For some people, Happy Gilmore, it was in his fantasy dream.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember the little guy in the cowboy suit
Oh, yeah.
going round and round in circles? My wife said she'd fulfil any fantasy of mine.
Oh, really?
I said, what about a nice miniskirt, some high heels, and a tight red bra?
Oh, lovely.
Of course, baby. I said, excellent. Wait here. I'll just go and get changed.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
See you, boys.
And thanks for listening to the Couple of Blokes podcast with Ox and Marko. And if you get a chance to share it with a friend, that'd be fantastic. Massive thanks to the team at the E&S Trading Clearance Centre in Clayton on Dandenong Road. And if you're not in Melbourne, you can check them out online. Some massive savings. Couple of Blokes executive producer is Dan Bradley at Kaizen Media, and sound design from Daryl Misson at loudzebra.com. We'll see you next time.